3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, so this week, the new things that are coming to use is juggling and handstanding, okay? Now, there's a reason why I want you guys to do this, alright? It's because it has made me grow so much as a mover, right? As an athlete, and just as a person, okay? Purely because of the challenges that lie ahead of you when trying to do this stuff, alright? So there's a few things that juggling is going to get you, okay? So first off, the results of juggling is it improves neuroplasticity of the brain, or neurogenesis, I should say, which is the growing of more grey and white matter within the brain. So when this happens, it also in the spinal cord, it goes, this is pretty much, in layman terms, all that is sending you signals to different parts of your brain more faster, okay, or faster, not more faster. So that's one thing, okay? So if you want to be better, have better connection, brain to muscle and brain to the rest of your body, that's one reason to do it. The second reason, okay, is because it helps the connection between the left and right side of your brain as you're trying to juggle, all right? So the third one is it gives you cat-like reflexes, okay? So cat-like reflexes as in like, you know, if we're trying to juggle on this one, oh shit, this one's going like out there, oh, we gotta get it, or this one's dropped, like we're trying to go and get it all the time, okay? So your coordination's gonna get better, hand-eye, all right? Your depth perception is gonna get better because you can see on the floor, like it's, when you juggle, you're not actually looking at the balls, you're looking at your peripherals. So when you're juggling, you're actually you're looking at like the depth and the depth perception, okay? Because you don't know where it is really. You sort of got those signals going off in your brain because it's down here, and you've got to make all these catches all over you. You don't even know how you make it. It just happens because the reflexes, right? Your coordination's better, and that depth perception we just talked about. So I really, really do encourage you guys to get into it, all right? So what you're going to do, okay, is use a wall first, all right? Actually, I'll show you. So just say you can't even do 3 balls. We're just gonna start with the 1-2 over. So 1-2, catch, catch. All we're trying to do is change the hands. Once you can do that, then it's time to add the other ball. 1, 2, 3. Now, obviously I skipped a couple steps there. The one thing you want to make sure you do is get all 3 balls out of your hands. Don't worry about the catches, okay? 1, 2, 3, all right? Doesn't matter if you don't catch it, all right? Because what will happen is you'll go 1, 2, and then this one will never get thrown. I've seen people time after time go reps after reps, sets after sets, not even getting past the second ball because they're focusing on catching and not throwing, okay? The next thing is we'll go over to the wall, all right? So the wall is your friend in this. Most of the time, people when they start juggling, it'll be like this, and you'll have to be on a bloody on like 100-meter track because you're literally having to chase the balls down. So use the wall as your friend. So the balls are going to hit the wall and come back right into your pocket, okay? Like so. See how it's hitting the wall, right? But it's actually rebounding and coming back to me instead of just flying off, all right? At that point, you can start to step away more and more and more until you've got it, all right? So that is the first one, all right? That's the juggling. So the next thing I want you guys to do is the handstands to start the journey, okay? Now, I understand some people don't want to be gymnasts or they don't want to do this, right? 1, this is optional, but 2, it is absolutely critical for self-development, okay? I've learned so much as a coach and as a mover being able to handstand, okay? Today I got a 47-second PB. It's taken me quite a long time to get there, but throughout that journey of getting that handstand, I've learned humbleness, okay? Humbleness from the failure, the repetitive failure of not hitting the seconds you want to hit, right? Of learning, trying to learn about the body and trying to differentiate the mistakes from the wins, and really just trying to, as you're going through the journey, right, you learn so much about your body that a squat, a deadlift, and a pull-up will never teach you, all right? You'll learn balance in a whole different way, and it really does keep you, it keeps your ego at check, because there's probably plenty of people here watching this that are great at things, right? But this is going to bring you down a level, all right? And it's going to teach you the importance of failure, right? If you want to become good at something, you must fail, because it's from the failures that you learn from, all right? My number one saying in life is I learn from my mistakes. It's because I literally make every mistake under the sun. Like, ask anyone that knows me properly. I make mistakes left, right, and center, and it's the only way I learn. Sadly, it is the only way I learn, but I know for a fact, because of life, because of my job, you learn from your mistakes. And this is something that in practice is just a handstand, but will go on to the rest of your life, right? So when you're failing at your tests and when you're failing at all this other stuff, you're used to it, right? Because you've fallen down 20 times a day trying to have balance on your hands, which is, we got feet for a reason. We're not meant to stand on our hands, but it can be extremely valuable to learn so. So the first thing I want you guys to do is, I'll use this little area over here, is we need to start to learn what we're going to do in the handstand. And what we're going to do is we need full body tension, all right? So if my legs are bent, if I don't have a strong core, if my glutes aren't on, the handstand is going to go nowhere, like nowhere fast, okay? So we need to learn how to get tension through the body. And the first thing is I want you guys to point your toes, squeeze your quads, squeeze your butt, and I want you to drive your feet together like this. At this point, we're going to go into a dish. Instead of like bulging the stomach out, I want you to suck the belly button in, vacuuming, okay? What that's going to do is keep you in this lovely position. From here, we're going to start to add time, okay? Now we can start with 10 seconds and go up. You can really challenge yourself and get a minute, okay? But as long as we're squeezing the glutes, pointing the toes like ballerinas, okay? Driving the feet together, strong quads, and vacuuming, then we're going to be prepared for what's to come on the wall, okay? Now we're going to use the wall to teach you this, all right? Mainly because we need to, one, add strength and endurance to our shoulders and get used to what we've just discussed on the floor, on the wall, okay? Like, I learnt the hard way of rushing off the wall and not getting anywhere with my handstand for months and months and months. As soon as I went back to the wall and I got used to the little bit of glute squeeze, the point of the toes, all right, the vacuuming, it started to fall into place in my freestanding handstand more often than not, okay? Where before, when I neglected this tool, it was rough, and I was really just muscling my handstand through my elbows, shoulders, and my hands, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to run all the way up the wall, all right? So we're going to do some nose to wall handstands. So put your feet up and your hands on the floor, and we're going to start to walk up, like so, all right? Get as close in as you can. At this point, I'm going to squeeze my glutes, point my toes, strong, very strong quads, and start to accumulate time here. At that point, you can start to walk down. All right? So, we want to accumulate about 2 minutes a day on the wall, okay? Now, handstands should be done every day, or else you won't get anywhere. All right, but if you're not up for the everyday method just now, start where you can. Okay, it's better doing it than not doing it. All right, trust me when I say you're gonna learn a lot from this. All right, the next thing is your kick ups. Okay, so when we kick up, we are trying to, one, not hit the wall, but if we do hit the wall, don't worry about it, because this is a valuable time to learn the importance of the hands and the fingers. Now, if I go backwards and start to fall, so as I kick up and I go backwards and I start to fall, right? If there was no wall, it would fall completely over. if I squeeze my hands into my fingers into the floor, I'll actually come off the wall. Now we'll get I'll show you 2 reps, okay? I'm going to show you just trying to get up without hitting the wall, and then I'll show you one, if I can, on the wall, and I'm going to show you what happens with the fingers and it bringing you back. Alright, so might need to get to the side here to see this. So hand shoulder width apart. This leg wants to just, you see how it's just leading the way? It leads the way and it takes the amount of tension you need to push through this one off. So as I go up, I'm going to try and meet my feet pointing like we did on the wall, on the floor there and on the wall there, halfway up. Okay, we're going to see if we can stop. Remember, slight glute squeeze, suck that belly button in ever so slightly. All of the stuff. Just try work on 1 or 2 aspects of it. It will all fall into place over the weeks, months and years. Okay? 1, 2, kick. Alright, now you see how I'm on here? Look what happens if I squeeze the floor. You see that? I'll show you one more time. It actually pulls me back. I'm not doing that myself, well I am through my hands, but I'm not forcing it. Have a look one more time. Alright, and pull. See that? Pull. And that is one very valuable piece of information on how to actually do some normal handstands, okay? It's because as you're starting to fall down, you squeeze into the floor and it's going to shiver you back into the center and give you another chance to continue the hold. Alright, so start with 2 minutes wall accumulation, 5 sets of 5 on the kick-ups, practicing what happens through there, and just bring your attention to the glutes, side squeeze, really hard, strong thighs, pointing the toes, everything together, okay? And I forgot one more thing. When you're in it, you want to push your hands through the floor as hard as you can and try pull your feet to the sky. Alright, so we're pushing and pulling, trying to elongate the body. Alright, thank you very much. I really hope you guys get into it, okay? And I love to see some videos of you guys attempting these next 2 things, alright? Truly life-changing, or they've impacted my life on a very positive note, and I just want that to be the same for you. Thank you.